Okay, listening for a set of deployment orders. Security of the orders group is going to be provided by MPGS, and they will be on guard at the front gate. Actions on attack will be to go to your stand 2 positions and await your quick battle orders from your section commanders. Seating plan, there should be 3 sections in front of me, 1 section on the left, 2 section in the centre, and 3 section on the right. Your map folds for your deployment will be 81 to 86 eastings, that's 81 to 86 eastings, and 49 to 53 northings, and that's the map folds. Weather, first light will be at 0633, and last light 1700. The Met forecast is that we've got 60% chance of showers and rain, but wind is going to remain fairly light, between 12 to 14 kilometres an hour. Temperature is going to be highs of 13 degrees and lows of 5, so it's not going to be getting too warm. However, we shouldn't be hitting any kind of freezing weather. Moon state is waxing crescent, 18%. That means the moon's going to be crescent with only 18% visibility. However, it is getting bigger while we're out there. So over the days, expect to see more moon and therefore more light in the evenings, depending on the cloud coverage we have each night. Task organisation. We have no attachments to the troop for this deployment, and we're also not detaching anyone away. The command and control then, so the OC, Officer Commanding, will be in charge, followed by the company sergeant major, who will take over in his absence until the squadron 2IC can come forward to take over, and that is the C2. Round in general. As you can see on the west side of the map, the blue icons represent the troops, 9-6 Squadron. In the north, you have Masters Troop. In the west, you have Herring Troop. And then in the south, Murphy Troop. And that's the distribution. And that should be the initial occupation areas where the harbours will be set up on deployment onto the ground. Looking at the ground then in general, as we move from east to west, you'll see in the east you've got a built-up area, small town built up there, moving down to the south of the map. As we move towards the centre of the map, you'll see it's a lot more open ground. Not noted here is that's where there's a lot more sort of built-up terrain, so we've got a lot more steep hills and valleys which crisscross this terrain, which is more clear on your maps in between the map folds. And as you move towards the west again, we get more into a forested region. So that's how it moves from east to west. We've got a built-up urban area into an open but quite hilly region, and then moving across to the west where it's dominated by forest and a couple of larger lakes that will pose some obstacles for crossing. In terms of movement across this ground, you'll see that Borley Road to the north and Upper Hale Road to the south, and then you'll see on the west side Beacon Hill Road. So that really dominates our area of operation with these 3 big metal roads that offer us the best movement by wheels. In amongst that region where we're going to be operating, there's plenty of small tracks crisscrossing the area, which will allow mobility for anything tracked, as well as some of the more mobile wheeled vehicles. However, some of these tracks will need to be recce before we take on anything bigger than potentially 4x4s and those small sort of nimble vehicles. As light infantry, there shouldn't be any real obstacles in terrain-wise other than the lakes and some of the larger rivers if the rainfall continues to go and swells the rivers. The ground is very passable, for the woodblocks aren't dense enough to stop us, and there is no sort of boggy ground that would hold up the advance of troops on foot. Situation for any forces. So the 2-up commander's intent, who is CO 180R Purbrook, is to find, understand, and then block Limerian force advance in vicinity of Aldershot in order to enable clear. Be prepared to fix and destroy all Limerian forces in the area of operation for subsequent future operations. The 1-up commander's mission, and that is the officer commanding 9-6 Squadron, will be to deploy and hold the area of operations of West Aldershot. Find any Limerian forces operating in the area of operation, in order to understand. Be prepared to conduct future offensive actions to fix, destroy, and subsequently clear all Limerian forces of West Aldershot. I'll say that one more time as it's the mission. Deploy and hold the area of operation of West Aldershot. Find any Limerian forces operating in the area of operation in order to understand. Be prepared to conduct future offensive actions to fix, destroy, and subsequently clear all Limerian forces in West Aldershot. One-up Commander's intent, so that's the OC of 96th Squadron again, is to deploy to establish troop harbour areas West Aldershot, secure the AO by find, fix and destroying all Limerian forces within boundaries. Now One-up Commander's main effort is Master's Troop, and that's Master's Troop to establish the troop harbour area, and that's because Master's Troop will be in the most exposed area to the north. Execution, concept of ops. So it's my intent to deploy to North Aldershot AO as part of the squadron, 96 Squadron's deployment. We will establish a harbour area in the north of the AO and prepare for patrols to understand what's going on in the area of operation. Scheme and manoeuvre, where straight after these set of orders we're going to battle prep, and that needs to be completed today, and kit checks will be conducted under section commanders. Once that's completed, Bergens can be loaded, ready for tomorrow to embark coaches moving towards the area of operation. The grid reference for the harbour area is Sierra Uniform 8260 5028. I'll say that again. The grid reference for the harbour area, Sierra Uniform 8260 5028. My main effort is the establishment of the harbour in the area of the north of the area of operation. That's because once we're established, we're in the most safe area to fight off any attacks from the Limerian forces if they seek to engage us, as was in the setup phase and established phase. The end state will be the harbour area established in the north of the AO and our quick reaction force on 5 minutes notice to move.